In this week's Blizz Pro Weekly, WoW Patch 6.1 gets a release date, Diablo reveals Patch 2.2, Hearthstone is getting some changes to Spectator mode, and is Overwatch information going to start flowing? Yes it is, and find out why. Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Blizz Pro Weekly. As always, I am your host, Chris the Beard Arnone. We are filming on February 21st, 2015. Let's get right into it. Let's talk some World of Warcraft.
Here's the beef.
So if you've been watching the show, you know we've been talking a lot about Patch 6.1. We know it's coming. We've been expecting it to come sometime in March. Well, seeing JR was off. Happens sometimes. Blizzard threw us a curveball there, releasing the patch earlier than expected. In fact, it is releasing this coming week, February 24th. So, if you're expecting a ton of content in this patch, you'll be a bit disappointed though. In fact, this is the first patch in a long time that doesn't have some kind of name or event associated with it. Most of the changes are garrison changes and quality of life changes, such as new heirloom system, colorblind support, anti-aliasing, and lighting improvements. And the new character model upgrades, of course. Now, along with this is the new social media integration with Twitter as well. So if any of this interests you, this Tuesday is the day you'll get all of this live in the game. And we're personally hoping 6.2 will be, better centered around story events and moving the expansion along, something we're quite disappointed with, at least in 6.1. Oh well, how about some Diablo?
Stay a while and listen.
So the Diablo community team surprised us not even a week after Season 2 has begun with information about the upcoming Patch 2.2. Now, it was stated in a recent Tavern Talk that Season 3 will probably begin with this patch and might be here sooner than we thought. So what's coming in 2.2? Well, 3 new sets for Barbarian, Wizard, and Demon Hunter, reworks of all the classic sets such as Inna's, Natlea's, and Immortal Kings. At least 15 new legendary powers coming via gems, armor, rings, and updates to old items with no current powers. New randomized layouts in rifts for some of the old levels like Fields of Misery. 20 new bounties for Acts 2, 4, 5, as well as a new type of bounty called Exploration. Exploration will consist of exploring an area and rescuing an NPC or killing a monster. 3 new goblins that have new mechanics and one that specifically will be a means to deliver more gold. And last but not least, a new cosmetics management system for those items you get from collector's editions and special events, so they no longer take up space in your shared stash. Whew, a lot of stuff there, right? Speaking of that cosmetics tab, this brought up some speculation that Diablo could be bringing microtransactions to the game with these cosmetic items. Well, that does seem to be the case. Sort of. Now this week the Diablo community team released a statement that some things might start getting data mined about a new currency called Platinum. Time experience boost, new cosmetic items, references to stash space and character slot expansion, and a new UI interface that has all of the above. Right? Now all of this is planned to be released in the Asia region, and there are no plans to release this in North America or Europe. That doesn't mean it never will. However, remember, this is something similar that WoW has done in Asia, and their gaming culture is different from the West. Most PC gamers over there play in PC bangs, or cyber cafes, and pay per hour. So having incentives to boost up your character faster is something that is wildly sought after, and it's what makes a game popular over there. This type of stuff does not do so well in the West. So to be clear, in the East, in Asia, pay to win is a thing, and it's accepted and people like it. In the West, of course, we all go at the very thought of it. So, okay, we get it. So, with that said, when you start seeing mentions of these data mine things, don't start freaking out. It's for a targeted region, and it's actually pretty unlikely we will ever see it in the West. Okay, Heroes of the Storm time. So some hot fixes hit this week after last week's Lost Vikings patch. The biggest fixes are fixing the reconnection issues people were seeing, where it would take a long time to reconnect to a game. Also fixed is the bug where after you played and finished a game, you would be continually trying to reconnect still. Now, both of these bugs are something that have been plaguing players for quite some time now, so it's nice to see them getting taken care of. So last year during San Diego Comic-Con, it was revealed that a new line of mystery minis for Heroes of the Storm were coming out. Now, what are these mystery minis, you might ask? Well, they're those little 2-inch vinyl figures that you come in blind packaging, so you get random figures. Now, Blizzard has teamed up with Funko Pop to create them, very popular for their vinyls, and they are currently on sale right now if you wish to pre-order them with a release date coming in May. Now, the first set includes 12 figures such as Diablo, Kerrigan, Raynor, Clear Cloak Nova, Witch Doctor, Chef Stitches, Arthas Tyrael Stitches, Patriot Raynor, Nova, and Elite Tauren Chieftain. Right, that's pretty much all of them. A pack of 4 will set you back $29.99, while a case, which includes 12 figures, will set you back $89.99. They are currently on sale at entertainmentearth.com. All right, guess what we've got? Some Overwatch.
The world could always use more heroes.
So next week, we're expecting to hear a lot about Overwatch, as several YouTube personalities and some fan sites have been invited to the HQ to check out Overwatch. Now, normally what happens at these events is Blizzard sets up some time to talk about these games to these influencers, show them the game, give them some time to interview developers. We're expecting some new information to come out of this event, and it might also mean that a beta is around the corner. Now, sadly, we did not get invited to this event, but JR went to one similar for Hearthstone. To give you an idea, Hearthstone went into beta 2 months after the event. Now, with PAX East coming up, we're expecting sometime in the next month, we might finally start seeing beta or hearing about it. Now, if you're going to PAX East, not only will you get a chance to play Overwatch, but you'll also get some pretty sweet pins. As revealed by Penny Arcade this last week, Blizzard is part of the Penny collection for the show. You get an Overwatch pin, you only have to play a match, and in order to get the golden Overwatch pin, you need to get the play of the game during an Overwatch match. Pretty fun stuff, right? Alright, let's finish it up strong with Hearthstone.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
So our friends over at Hearthhead were able to data mine some new changes that are coming in an upcoming patch. In this patch, we'll be adding the new card back for this month, but also included some changes to the spectator mode. Now, one of the big requests to spectator mode has been being able to continue spectating without getting kicked out at the end of the game. The way it currently works is you see your friend playing a game and you choose to spectate. The session ends once the game ends. So, one of your friends queues up for the next game, you have to go and click spectate again. Now, it looks like this patch will allow you to continue spectating a person without having to re-click. Now, there are also some strings in there about a spectator party. As of now, the details of that are not revealed. However, our guess is it allows someone to start up a party and everyone will be able to chat with each other in that party. Then players can start up their game and the others can get to spectate. We're hoping something like that is in the case because it would be super beneficial for tournaments. This way a tournament administrator can start a session with 2 of the players playing against each other and 1 or 2 casters who will then also be spectating. And the admin can then easily notify everyone when to start the game. Now, this is, of course, just speculation at this point, but when we see the term spectator party, that is the first thing that comes to mind for us. Now, there was no indication on when the patch will hit, but our guess is that since it was data mined, it is already sort of live in the code, it just needs to be flipped on once it's pushed out to the mobile systems. It's a good chance we might see this in the next week. So that does it for Hearthstone and our video this week. Make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube, iTunes, both of them. Check out BlizzPro TV. You want to listen and subscribe to all of our shows. The Edge, West March Workshop, Hearthstone Power Hour, Heroes Power Hour, and Real Life Respec. Me, I'm all over the internet, Twitter, Facebook. I'm a Goodreads author. My book is available on Amazon and Nook and a few others. I'm also a contributor for panels.net and bookriot.com. If you have questions, shoot us an email at askthebeard@blizzpro.com. And of course, check out blizzpro.com. It's got news, reviews, interviews, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Stay beardy, my friends.